Hi guys, welcome back to my second video of my YouTube channel. And the book I'm reviewing today is one of our favorites again. Ta-da! It's called, let's zoom this back a bit. It's called Rufferella, and it's by Vanessa Gill-Brown and Mandy Stanley. We've had this book for roughly a year and a half. We picked it up at one of the Lock the Box uh, events that happened. And it has been a favorite with my daughter since the time that we've gotten it. A few months ago, this was her favorite nighttime read. Today, of course, she just picks up the book every couple of days from her library to kind of just read through it, right? So quickly, so Rufferella, as you can see, the name is a take on the old classic fairy tale Cinderella, right? And the story is similar. A brief summary of the story would just be there's a dog, a family member called Ruff, of a little girl called Diamante, and Diamante wants to transform Ruff into a little girl and call her Rufferella, and take her to birthday parties and make her her best friend as a human, right? And then of course you can imagine how funny those turn of events would be, and then the book kind of ends into a very deep message that talks about it's best to just be true to yourself. If you're rough, be rough. Don't be Rufferella. It's good for you. It's good for everybody else around you to just be who you are. And that's of course one of the best things about this book is for a child who's as young as 5, you're kind of driving that message down to them, especially in today's society where it's very important to be yourself more than anything else, right? Also, the other really amazing thing about this, and which makes it perfect for kids, is the slapstick comedy along the book, right? Kids this age, especially with my daughter, I've noticed that she started to enjoy slapstick comedy a lot more than she did before. So as you can imagine, if Ruff has to be Rufferella, it will be humorous, right? It could be her eating sausages, it could be her trying to fit into a dress. All of that has humor around it. And my daughter really appreciates that humor, and I find her oftentimes just laughing loudly when she has this book in her hand. And that I think is extremely endearing. Then, of course, there is a very, very strong fact that this is a amazingly modern, funny, and very age appropriate spin on the classic fairy tale Cinderella. Right? It's still a fairy tale, and it's impossible to actually have a dog become a girl. So many questions. How can the dog speak like a girl? How can the dog fit into a dress? How can a dog walk on 2 legs and be passed off as a girl, right? So from that angle, it's still a fairy tale. Um, but it is in a modern setting, so there's a lot of humor into it. It's very relatable because it's about a little girl and her dog, and so for kids that really like dogs, this is something that they would really take to, right? Although the liking dogs bit is not, of course, very important. All kids at this age, and of course later as well, do tend to love animals. And this book kind of just plays on all of those emotions. And it's done up really well. The illustrations, as you can see, are quite simple. There's nothing too complicated about it. Day-to-day life, the room, the images of the main characters to their life, from birthday parties to just kind of playing in the park and all of that, on their clothes. It's all just everyday life that all of us can relate to, right? So if you haven't had this book, if you haven't read this book, I would strongly recommend getting this book because, as I told you, my daughter right now would just kind of pass through a library and pick up the book and read it, and she quite enjoys it. She likes saying Rufferella. In fact, a lot of her stuffed animal dogs, they're either called Rufferella or they're called Ruff. And that keeps changing from time to time, right? And of course, she sometimes wants to be Diamante as well. Um, so yeah, I would strongly recommend this book. That's of course one of the reasons I'm also reviewing it. No reason not to have it. It reads well. It kind of ends on a very, very high note. It has a moral lesson to give. It has humor. It has good art. Those are all just things you need for a perfect combination for a book. So here it is again, Rufferella. If you like this, or if you've had it, or if you want to buy it now, I'd be very happy to know, and I'd be very interested to know how you like the book. You can leave a comment and let me know if you and your child like it, and you'd of course like my video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Have a good night.